Welcome to a new episode of Wedding Wednesdays. Every Wednesday, the team from Weddings a la Mode and Mode Events joins us with a special guest to chat about all things wedding related. Now pour yourself a drink and let's get to planning. Hi, everyone. Happy Wedding Wednesday. I hope you all are doing okay today. Things are a little nutty. They've been nutty, I feel like, the past forever, which is very undefined, I realize. But if you've been watching the news today in the United States, things are going down. Shit's going down. I think I can curse on here. Pretty sure. But thanks for joining me. I am about to sip on this interesting liqueur while we talk about all things wedding related. This is Vecchio Amaro del Capo. I hope I'm saying that okay. But I am going to pour myself a little bit. I wasn't going to drink, but I feel like I say that way too often. And then I've got my water for life balance. But how are you guys doing? I apologize. There are people that were messaging last week in Facebook, and I was not able to see the comments. So I think what I'm going to do is try to open up a window for Facebook, because after the broadcast aired, I noticed there were a lot of people that I just did not acknowledge. So I'm going to pour myself a drink because hashtag why not? Hashtag Wednesday, Wedding Wednesdays, life. People are acting crazy in Washington. So hopefully I can bring some lightness to the day, if that's even a way to say that. But cheers, everyone, to a wonderful new year. This is the first episode of the new year, the first live episode. If you are a first-time watcher, welcome. We meet here every Wednesday on our Facebook page for Weddings a la Mode. And if you are a return viewer, welcome back. Happy to have you. It's cool to see the same people over time joining us. It's really cool to build this community, whether you are engaged and you're needing advice, or if you are a wedding vendor. I know that actually I'm curious to see, of those of you who are watching, if you are engaged, or if you're already married and you're just a friend of mine watching, trying to support my father, I don't know, not sure, but drop a direct message or a message in the chat. And yeah, I suppose I should sip this, huh? So today we do not have a guest. We wanted to take a couple of weeks to kind of relax over the holidays, regroup, and hear from you and learn what you all want to talk about this year. And I know that will change over time. Things are changing every day in terms of COVID specifically, and that's been a huge, I don't want to say challenge, but my point is that like what you guys want to talk about this week might vary when it comes to what you want to talk about next week. So we're going to do our best to, over the next few weeks, switch things up. And by that, I mean, please tell us what you're interested in learning about. Why do you tune in every week? And what would be most helpful to you? I'm a wedding planner. If you aren't familiar with either myself or my company, we stream live every Wednesday, but then this goes into post-production and we upload it to our YouTube channel. So I work for Mode Events, and the YouTube channel, you can just search YouTube and you can find all of the old episodes that we've done. I think this is the 29th episode. So I'm trying to live in the moment, but I can't wait for the day when we're like celebrating our 100th episode. The broadcast actually started with just myself when we were in quarantine, I think. I can't count how many weeks it's been, but it was just me talking for a while. And then we discovered, even though we can't or we shouldn't be in person next to each other, we can still invite guests to talk to. And then we figured out how to, or my team rather, figured out how to stream live to you guys, and we could have multiple guests. So I do want to show you this video. It's a short 45-second clip of a bunch of bloopers that I did. It's amusing to me. Maybe it's amusing to you, but it just kind of shows behind the scenes of when we first started the show, when it was just me in my apartment talking pre-recorded. I was doing only pre-recorded videos for a while. And then we decided to take the risk for me to do these live formats. And I say take the risk because, you know, live, it's like, who knows what's going to happen? You never know. We try to control it as much as we can, but some people will say random things every now and then. But anyways, here are some bloopers from, I think it was literally the very first episode that we did. This is not working. I am not even meeting you, so why did I say nice to meet you? Related to all things wedding related, so that's redundant. Determinant, dependent on, dependent. What are words? This was going well, but then it flopped. Okay, this is just getting worse and worse. It just is a matter of if this is I don't know anymore. This is just a mess. Why is this such a mess? I don't know. Probably because I've done it 20 times. This is not so easy if you want it perfect. All right. Well, again, that's some insight into the making of the very first Wedding Wednesday. And it's been a few months now. So we've managed to talk to quite a few awesome vendors. I don't have screenshots of all of them, but here, the very first guest I had was someone from Mode. Her name is Chris Cut, DJ Chris Cut. She is like, if I could say a legend, that makes her sound old. She's not, but she like owns Twitch right now. Twitch, if you're not familiar, some people are watching through Twitch right now and some people are watching through our Facebook page, but Twitch is another social media platform. And Chris Cut, K-R-I-S, Chris Cut, she is a great DJ. She's based in Vegas, and it was nice to have her as my very first guest because I know her and I felt comfortable with her. We've also had Monica Heppy from Table Skates. I take the very worst screenshots of our conversations. We had Amy Assinger from Yaz Jazz. A lot of really badass, awesome wedding vendors have been on. So if there's anyone that you're curious of talking or that you'd love to see me speak with, even if it's not someone specific that you know or you've heard of, if you want to talk more about wedding photographers or catering, hair and makeup, please let us know what interests you. If you don't want to drop a comment below in the like public chat, so to say, please feel free to email us. Our email address is weddings@mode-event.com. And email us anything. And I say this every week, but we truly, as busy as we are, we have a whole team. So if I myself cannot answer the email, we have a whole team that can answer and address your questions. And just because you're emailing us doesn't necessarily mean like you're committed to working with us. You know, if you just have a question of, hey, I'm considering a DJ and a band, or just a DJ, just a band. Honestly, whether it's music, catering, floral, decor, anything that is involved with weddings, please don't hesitate to reach out because this is what we do all the time, every day, all day, not executing weddings, of course, but planning weddings. And it's our expertise. And I like talking about weddings, honestly. I'm psycho. I always joke with people, I'm like, I'm masochistic because wedding planning can be stressful. I will say after doing it long enough that it's not stressful for me. I'm lucky. Every now and then, knock on wood, I don't want to jinx myself, but every now and then there'll be a situation where I'm like, oh my God, I have not dealt with this before. Things come up for sure. I'm trying to think of the craziest things. I think I might have told you guys this story in a different, I can't remember what episode it was, but I was talking to a vendor about the craziest thing that has happened to us as a wedding vendor. And I had a bride ask a girl who I worked with to blow a cigarette like in her face. So basically the bride was dressed and ready and she was about to walk down the aisle, but she was really anxious and she was a cigarette smoker. And she asked the girl who I was working with if she would take a puff of a cigarette and blow it in her face because she didn't want to mess up her lipstick. And she still wanted that after effect, or I don't even know if that's an after effect, but basically she wanted like the scent of the cigarette in her face, which as a non-smoker, I don't relate to. I'm not judging. It was the weirdest thing ever. So as a wedding vendor, we see a lot. And just when you think you've seen it all, you have not. So yeah. But yeah, I'm curious to see what you want to talk about this year. We are going to be having a lineup of awesome vendors. The past few months, we've done mainly Chicago vendors, but we do want to start reaching out to other markets because we work in other markets and there are other great vendors out there. So let us know where you're from. We have an office in Vegas and then we are in New York, and we've done weddings everywhere. Wisconsin, Ohio, I think I mentioned this on the video last week, but Florida, Iowa, Indiana, Michigan, California, duh. So yeah, that's all. Oh, and then on the topic of New Year's Eve, I also want to show you this funny blooper. This was a video that I was trying to record to promote Wedding Wednesdays before we even started broadcasting, and I don't think I've shared this publicly, so enjoy. Hey guys! Oh no, it didn't work. Hey guys! That was a major fail. You guys. Oh my god, what did I just do? It's in my teeth. Happy Wedding Wednesdays. And Happy New Year. Confetti can be applicable, that's a hard word to say, applicable at all times of the year, but especially for New Year's Eve. What did you guys do for New Year's Eve, by the way? Tell me. What did I do? It was just last Friday. I swear I've had just one sip of this. I ordered food from Swift & Sons here in Chicago. Me and my boyfriend, we had another couple over and we picked up food from Swift & Sons. My boyfriend really, really wanted beef Wellington. Have you guys heard of that dish? I say it with that tone because I actually hadn't heard of it until a few months ago, and it was really good. So thumbs up, Swift & Sons. Thank you for the wonderful meal. It was so interesting. It was like this super refined entree of beef Wellington. It had foie gras on it with, I think, spinach inside and then mashed potatoes and a nice salad. And then it was like a chocolate chip cookie. And I say it like that because I just heard chocolate chip cookie and I was like, that's not super. I was thinking like creme brulee or tiramisu or something fancier, quote unquote. Can I just tell you that these cookies were the best chocolate chip cookies I've had in my life. I actually, it's like the gift that keeps on giving. It was a scoop, like an ice cream scoop full of cookie dough. And when it expanded, it was like literally a cookie this big. But yeah, I think that's all for tonight. I don't have a ton to talk about. I mainly wanted to pop on here and see what is interesting to you all. Because again, we're taking the time to create a schedule for the next few months, really, to have guests on here and probably panels at some point, talking about topics that you're the most interested in. And, with weddings, there's so much to talk about, whether it's wedding etiquette, if you're trying to choose a specific vendor or a certain style or something. We're here to help. And the whole point of the show is to provide knowledge to you and hopefully keep it entertaining at the same time. So I've learned in watching these other videos, like I need to smile more. But other than that, like any feedback that you guys have, please bring it. Bring it on. My attire, what I'm drinking, what we're talking about, the background. Do you want like more visuals because this is 2021? Tell me when you can. But you all have a wonderful evening and, Happy New Year's again. I cannot believe it's 2021. Yes. Please, positive vibes always, but let's just hope that things get better soon in terms of the pandemic, because we want to celebrate with you and we want to celebrate in larger groups if possible. Please. You'll have a great night. Bye.